Ah, Mr. Hangao. How are you going, you beauty? How are you going? Good to have you on board, senor. Let's do some fuckery before we start the stream in earnest. And by fuckery I mean some lost games. I would play it. What's good, my friend? Oh, this guy is quite decent, and he has a very annoying repertoire that I dislike playing against. So we're set for success. Okay, A4. I guess A4 it is. Is C4 a move he take? Queen A5 right away. Something like C4 takes bishop A6 is a motif I've seen in a very cool hot zone game. I just don't know whether I want to throw in Queen A5 first. Maybe. C4 D4 is a bit obnoxious though, I forgot that. Oh, G-Shot in the house and Mr. Hockey Dude. How are we, lovely humans? Do I have this check? No, I don't. I feel like I fucked this opening up. I'm playing random moves. Queen E1 is coming soon. I don't know what to do. I cocked this up. That's for sure. Is 95 a threat already? It kind of is. I could never sell the C4 idea because D4 pushes past. It's so annoying. Oh!
Birthday, best Andras.
Thank you, Mr. Sweet Blues. To be perfectly honest, my birthday was yesterday, but in the United States it's still my birthday, and since you mofos mostly are in the US, I figured that I would keep the title. So now if Rook hit then knight D1, do we want to sack an exchange for the shits and the geeks? Probs not. I hate this position, man. B3 and we've got nothing. This is a textbook case of Sicilian has gone sideways. Fuck it, let's go. We need bishops, we need files, diagonals, something. And we need to not lose on time. Should have played really D5 after A4, but I was a bit too cray. Now we take this now, because if I take this way, he might have played D4. 25? Well, if you insist on bullying me, then yes. If you want to get real, then of course it's only 23. The fuck was this knight g5? Am I missing something? Like, we just went from really bad to really good in moments. Yeah, I have no idea what that was. The Rui Lopez miniatures. Right, that's nice, that's nice. Is he gonna go 94? I reckon he will. Since he has got nothing else to do. I stand corrected. Okay, well, I don't understand. Oh, take f5. Okay, let's go here then. Let's go here and then we just kill them here, right? Like, this bishop is just game winning. Okay, let's question that bishop a bit. g5 is also on the cards, by the way. But I'm not sure if I want to initiate fight there. Fuck earth I do. Now, I do not intend to play on stream. I would like to make this abundantly clear. So I'm just doing this to kind of build a momentum. You did what? That shit is hanging, friend. And this is on too, right? Ooh, queen d6 and then back ring mate. Hello? That's nice. c5, rook c3, yeah? Oh, there's queen c3. Wait, that doesn't stop the mate, does it? Oh, come on, buddy. Don't be a douche. Ow! Really? We're playing this? For real? I don't like this. I really don't like this. When people try to flag me with 7 queens up, I find this very annoying. I understand it's blitz, but yeah, I can't relate. Not a second. Not an inch. Hi everybody. Close game. Well, the timing of it was close. Initially I was doing really poorly, I thought, in the opening. Or rather, I should say, not as well as I should have based on a4. Hello. And then after c4, I think he disintegrated very, very quickly. Oh! Okay, never mind. Yeah, I know, but no one plays that kind of thing anymore. Actually, d5 was best, and here I anticipated e5, and that's what should have been played. I wanted to come around here. But it's not looking good. c4 best, but even here we are apparently worse. And here apparently after d, white is still clearly better. Which I don't know if I would have felt that way. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with the boss, because who am I to do that? But this feels to me very, very playable for black. Very playable. I've got rook b2, I've got bishop a6. I don't understand what... Maybe it's e5, e6 that is the problem. So let's try this. What happens if I go in e5? Yeah? And if I go knight g4, h3, knight h6? Why is this so bad? I don't get this. Yeah, I don't know, man. In a blitz, I would play this every day of the week. And knight g5 was just a brain fart. Like, now he's just dead. Yeah, the rest is mop up. Just want to check if I missed any tactics, because lately that has been my greatest strength. G5 best. Missing tactics, that is. Yeah, no, I haven't missed anything outrageous. Hello everyone in YouTube. How to defend? How can you exercise defense in chess? That's a hard one. There is generally the literature is lacking, of course, compared to attacking in chess, but there is a reason for that. Oh, throwbacks! Thank you. Oh! What the fuck? Am I seeing it right? That J-Shot just came in with 7 quadrazillion gifted subbies? Dude! Holy! You the man! You the man! That is a boomski! That is a boomski, my friends. Happy birthday, thank you. By the way, in case you haven't read the title of the stream, we have reached 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Took me only 8 years. Oh, Ticari. Ticariño. How's it all going, lovely humans? Thanks again, J-Shot. You are a freaking legend. I think I was on first 300 subs. Oh, that's David Menchik. Yay! Welcome in, brother. How are you going? It's not every day that you are around on my stream. Mostly, I guess, because of the discrepancy of time. It must be an ungodly hour in Serbia right now. Good to have you on board, brother. Good to have you on board. Good to have you on board. The other day, guys, I almost said the other day. The other day, I played a game that I wanted to share with you. That is my birthday gift to you. Tikari has seen it. Renga has seen it. But for everybody else, this is going to be a bit of a treat. I defeated a 3... Oh, Cody is here to provide content very soon. Thank you, Codes. How are you going, bruh? How are you going? So, my little gifty to you. Oh, pessimistic panda. My little gifty to you, as a way to kick off the meaningful part of the stream, will be that I show you how I defeated a 3078 rated GM, who goes by the name of Xiao Tong. Let's Google this human if that name is actually legit. And where he sits on FIDE. Yeah, the name is legit. FIDE standard 2555. 5th youngest GM in Chinese history? Yeah, I did beat Royce, yes. This kid appears to be an up and coming beast. He's 17 years old. Alright, so this is how this game went. So we had the Grimfeld. Oh, Cody! Royce, 3100. And I played the club players 1d4 because what do? Club player, baby, all the way. Club player, opening repertoire all the way, baby. So takes to d4, this is theory. Queen a5 is more common, but I take the queen a5 check would take us back. Although, there I have a chance to block with the bishop. So there is that too. So this is perhaps a slight inaccuracy, I would say. Now queen d2 is played dominantly to sidestep the pin and to get out of the check. The shadow pin comes anyway. And now comes rook b1. So this move is also a sidestep, although it appears that I'm attacking b7. But the primary objective of the move is to facilitate d5, so that my rook is no longer hanging. The engine's favorite move is a move that you guys will not believe when I say it. Oh, hola Jazz! Hola, hola! Thank you for the subski.
Hey, coach.
You legend. Thank you. Oh, Gregory's in the house. So, White's best move here, folks, is... Yeah, David, not far off the truth. Not far off the truth at all. It's actually knight g5. Knight g5, knight c6, kick the bishop, piss off home, come back. Awesome, David. Happy to hear, man. Very happy to hear all those things. Yeah, so instead I played rook b1, which the engine shits on. Knight c6, d5. All of this is how I anticipated the game would go. Take, and bishop e2. And I was very happy at this point with my position, which confirms the thesis that optimism is a very, very important part for performing well in chess. Because the reality is that black is completely fine here. Completely fine. The double zeros or triple zeros, right? Which in a sense means that I failed with white because I don't even have a smidge of an advantage. And yet I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. F4 coming, b7 hanging. Fuck yeah. And then I looked at I actually tweeted this position. And yeah, I went like, guys, can you find black's best here? And good luck to all of you who can. Insanely cool move. Yes, Tushentsuk, that's correct. That is big time streaming. So yeah, black to move and be awesome is something else entirely here. Is something else entirely. I don't want to keep you hanging for too long, so if you want to guess what it is, come at me now because I'm about to reveal it very quickly. Yeah, Jazz's game, by the way, on YouTube was an absolute banger. Holy shit. I have received a lot of game submissions from viewers, by the way, and it's like, yeah, after Jazz's masterpiece, you really need to step your game up. Rook c8. I suppose you can, but I would not necessarily feel that you are interfering with any. I guess you want knight c4, but yeah, I don't know, man. Castles, and I feel like I'm golden. In fact, can't I take this? Oh, there is this. Yeah. So your castles first. Yeah. Yeah. Castles first. And we'll take it from here. I think Rook c8 is a very sensible move. Rook c8 is a very sensible move. For the same reason, queen to one of these squares would work really well. Your engine wants b5. Which ironically also facilitates knight c4. But there is more to it. Because obviously bishop can't take because of the fork. The idea is that after rook takes, you have queen d7 with the tempo. Because now the bishop is overloaded. Right? So I have to bugger off somewhere with the rook. Best is probably rook b3. And even then we come down to h3. And we're having a bit of a party around the king side here. And now we see the importance of scoring the tempo. Absolutely sensational. Sensational idea.
Hello.
Oh, Malcolm! Hey, hey, hey! Cheers, thanks for the... Cheers for the sub, buddy. So yeah, I was like... When I saw this b5 video after the game, I went like, whatever, whatever. So my dude plays b6. And this was the first time when I genuinely thought that he was in trouble. And this is now not optimism. It turns out that I was correct. What would you play here? And I'm not saying that I played this game perfectly, by the way. I think I only scored like an 88. No, there's a much better move here than... not much, but better move than castles. Castles is only second best. King f1 negative. No. Of course, f4. Send it. Send it. Just send... I don't know, Cody, why that is. No one knows. Maybe it's me being stupid and not know how to organize these things. I live in Canberra, Gap Scary. Hayden in the house on YouTube. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, you need to kick it before knight c4 comes, for sure. And anyway, it's natural, right? Like you kick a centralized knight and off we go. And here the engine wants castles, but only much. Actually, it's kind of floats between castles and the other move that was played in the game, which is what? Rook g1. No chance, brother. No chance. No chance. I dislike bishop d4 actually a lot, because after bishop takes, queen takes, I feel like the structure loosens up too much. I don't know if I would then go knight c5 or knight f6, but in either case, I am not feeling that for white. Maybe I'm wrong, but no, I'm not actually. Like, this drops almost a full point. Yeah, take, rook c8, rook c2 is incoming. Yeah, no. Definitely not bishop d4. What's wrong with e5? Nothing. That was a move played. I mean, to me, it made the most sense because it kills both of these guys, right? Yeah, rook g1 makes no sense without throwing in h4 first. Because it's never going to be the g file opening up. It's always going to be the h1. Unless h4 is met by h5. Then you switch over. But there is no time for such muckery here. Because if you play h4... Oh... Okay, I take it back. There might be time for it. I thought that knight f6 was annoying. But it turns out that bishop f3 followed by e5 is actually game over. So h4 is playable. I played e5 though. It just appealed to me to kill everybody. They played rook c8. And now I played h4, which is not even top 3 according to the engine. The top engine move here is one that I would have not thought of in 700 years. Audio lower. Maybe I'm just leaning back too far. Let me check. We are on wrong mic. Okay. It should be much better now. Thanks, Cody. Can someone confirm that audio sounds different now? It appealed to me to kill everybody. Yeah. So when I said that, I went like, yeah, that came out a bit weird, but fuck it. We're all with it. Yeah. I meant to de-immobilize the miners. Actually, that still doesn't sound quite right, does it? Immobilizing the miners. Okay, so I wanted his pieces to be stuck. There you go. I said it. Ay, ay, ay. And yes, I'm glad that the audio is improved. So rook b4 is the engine's top move here. I shit you not. This is a textbook case of, even if I knew that that was the best, I would have fucking never played it, right? And David is correct that bishop g4 is a top 3 move. And rook d1 is a very high priority move. Can you ask what the fuck this does? Yes, you can. And can I not tell you because I have no idea? Makes no fucking sense to me. Like I'm actively looking and exactly. It's just to check if you are cheating. That's the purpose of this move. Yeah, that would be a nice explanation, David, except that after any black move, the next white move is either castles or h4. So, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But you are correct. So you could argue that you are, actually, I would like to credit you for that. It was a very clever call. Because apparently against bishop g4, it's rook c4. But ironically, after, let's say, rook b4, I don't know, queen c7, it is not bishop g4 anymore. Even though it makes perfect sense. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I played h4 because I have a human brain. Or something like that anyway. I do have a human brain. I just don't know if I use it correctly. Queen c7 played. Now, this obviously is willing to stir the game towards an endgame. And I was very happy with that because I have got this very dominant pawn majority here that shits on their pieces, also known as disabling the miners. So I didn't necessarily think that I had to go out of my way to dodge the queen trade. So I just went like, whatever, man. And I had actually a very devious plan here against queen c3, which was more strategic than tactical. What do you think that strategic concept was? Thank you, Tiffy, for the 50k. Congrats. Appreciate you, man. Oh, lady. This is something that I have been picking up more and more from the engine, like this type of idea I'm playing now more than I used to consider it in the olden days. And this goes back to, yeah, h6, exactly. So I just wanted to once again kill everybody. Ultimate policy report. Back. Yeah, exactly. Like that is so engine style, right? Like we don't want the open h5, screw that, we want the squeeze and the piece immobility or passivity. So I took, and then I went king d2. I thought that I was playing the most sensible moves here for white. And I wouldn't play much of it any differently, to be honest. Rook c8. And at this point, I was, because before I played king d2, I already knew that one of my top candidates after rook fc8 was rook c1. But I didn't play it. And I'm glad I didn't. Well, I'm not suggesting that this is a bad move. But there are moves that are a lot better that can be played in its place. Twiggy, welcome in. Yeah, he was blitz, and I was consciously playing fast because these GMs, man, above 3,000, they use the clock like crazy against me, and I'm slow by most standards anyway. So I paid particular attention to trying to stay on top in the cock department. So I did not play this, which would have been probably the most brain-dead, safest way to win. But I wanted to throw the spanner in the works a bit. So I was messing with them a bit. Bishop d3, I think, may be met by rook a3. And then if... but then my... yeah, I don't know. Because then if you defend the pawn, I have knight c5, then at least some black pieces come out. Courtney! Hola! Courtney would be delighted that, just like yourself, I turned 35. No, I did not play bishop d3. But I played a bishop move. According to the engine, pretty much all of them are very good. I played bishop g4. So what I calculated... Oh yeah, 33. Oh, shit. Sorry. What I calculated was that after rook c to king d1, there is too much shit hanging. And if they have to go back here... Actually, not quite. Plus minus 10, yes. Actually, I'm only 44, so... We are all good. Then I can just sneak out here, and otherwise I can introduce the rook c1 idea. I know that I also have the king f3 d6 threat. So now black is in all kinds of misery. So they played rook c7 right away, and I just went like, fine, let's bring them down. And right now I thought that if I don't win this, I should uninstall chess. Now, there is only one move here that, in my opinion, offers practical chances to black. What do you think that move is? Oh! Holy Moses! I have been meaning to send you a WhatsApp message, Tindy, because you have been slacking out, baby. What the hell is going on, man? I wanted to dedicate an entire video to you because of my new contract with Brazzers, but you were nowhere to be seen, so I couldn't make that video. F6 ever so slightly hangs the knight, yeah? It's funny how when I said the move, you guys immediately jumped on it. F5 was played by the GM, and I do think that this is the biggest mistake he made in the entire game in terms of losing practical chances. I think they have to play knight c5. Because here, I could go stupid and think that I can just trade and eat the pawn and this is dead. But g5 is here to save the day. And so, after knight c5, at least they have one piece that can move, which is the knight. It's not a lot. Are you the husband watching? No, friend. I am the handsome plumber. I am the handsome plumber. Alright, so f5. Now your only chance to get out is g5, right? Other than that, you're done. Yeah, something like that. But now after bishop h3, which I thought was the best move on the board, not even top 3 by the engine, by the way, I just don't see what black does. Like, how do you unpack this shit now? It really is awful. The point being that after take, I have got this... Wait, how did I want to do that? Oh yeah, this is the cutest part of the business. That I can go check, take the knight, and then f4. And now this is cemento. This is a beautiful one. As my favorite Peter Laker would say, cemento. That would have been very, very neat. That's why bishop h3 I thought was game over. Oh, no, not J-shot, not that one. Not that one. And the rest was just very, very clean. Mopping up with 7 pieces up. I just sent the king. And then I trapped the knight. That's actually very cool. Check this out. So he plays g5. I took it because now f5 is dropping to... So take, and yes, the bishop is out, but all the pawns are falling now. And here I went on full-on sadistic. I went like, yeah, that knight is not moving, brother. That knight is not coming out. I must admit, I was having a lot of fun here. Objectively speaking, I guess... Bishop check and then bishop d4 followed by g6 was already winning, which was the motive that I went for in the game. Yeah. And then I just geared up for the same tactic. So now we want bishop e6, g6. And that's it. I don't know why I didn't play bishop e5 here, but this did the trick. And opponent resigned. Yeah, I did feel actually a little bit Karpovian about this. I did feel a bit Karpovian, I'm not gonna lie. It felt very good. The other 9 games I lost to him back to back, not so much. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. 88.2, so nothing really to write home about, but only one mistake. 0 misses, 0 blunders. What was my mistake? H4. Instead of the bloody obvious rook b4, ladies, I was stupid enough to play h4. I would do it every day of the week again. Thank you, Dan. Now, I believe that our good friend Cody has sent me some love. Mr. Code Mode, what have we got? What? Oh, fuck, that looked like you had got a black queen, but no white queen. Okay, let's have a look-see at Code Mode. Yeah, very sexy development, Code, well done. Okay. Not a fan. No, queen takes. Queen takes what? What? Jazz, what are you going on about? The Panov version of the French. If you mean the exchange French with c4, I'm not the greatest fan. Yeah, I don't understand what you're going on about, Jazz, with queen takes. Like, what? Okay, I don't know. I would just move on. I don't understand. I don't like queen c2 here at all. So I would like you to play knight e4, but we have got some knight g4 problems. Which may mean that we have to play a fugly h3, but I would feel like this queen... Yeah. I don't know, this just doesn't feel like we are doing anything particular to the opponent, but rooks are connected, I will take it. Oh, man. No, you can't do that. You can't do that, Cody. We need to talk about this a little bit more, but when your opponent tells you that, oi, I want to take your bishop for a knight, there's a lot of good answers to that. The sure, knock yourself out is not one of them. That is absolutely not one of them. Bishop f4 or nothing. David wants to send you to the Gulag for that. Luckily, you are an American citizen, so you might not know what the Gulag is. Well, you didn't have a choice, mate. Like, you go here, you get slaughtered. So, you literally had one legal square to go to. So, when you say you didn't know where to put it, that's what she said too, right? Before problems occurred. Like, come on, man. Where do you think? No, it didn't. Like, well, like, really? Because we have got some big plans with this rook that is stuck every which way. No, mate. You lost tremendous value here. That's what that was. For absolutely nothing. You were holding a $50 note. Someone approached you and went like, hey, I can give you 220s for that. And you went like, fuck yes. Let's do that. No, it is just conflicting principles. And this is a thing that on your level, a lot of people can't determine and decide because it's a hard call on that level. It is a bad square. That is absolutely correct. But having a pink Lamborghini is a shit ton better than not having a Lamborghini at all. Right? That's what you want to know. That if someone tells you nothing for you, brother, or you get a Lamborghini, but it's pink, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I know a guy who can repaint the car. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, so based on the same logic, like, hello, what's happening here? Now you realize your previous mistake, but yeah, this is now looking a bit iffy. I like this. I like this too. Your opponent misplayed it. About he bishop g5 was as dogshit a move as one can be. Bishop f6 would have made sense. c6 would have made sense. Yeah, bishop g5 was absolute dog poo. Now you are back in the game, brother. We're back. We're so back. Yeah, no, I think this. This part of the game was played really well. Kudos to you. Now this is maybe a little bit over-eager. It does seem that you're struggling with keeping it in your pants. Right? Like, you don't have to release the snake just when we are having entree at the first date night, yeah? I don't see the activity, brother. Tell me where the activity is. All I see is that you just released the snake. First of all, after knight h5, it's game over. So, you thought you are sacking a pawn for activity. I would call it you blundered the pawn. Dude, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. That never was enough. Like, I'm very happy for you to disrespecting material so badly that you are more than happy to just burn the chess set for its sake. But this doesn't fly. Like, I don't think that you believe that this was worth it. Like, after knight h5, you can just... This is it. Like, next game, please. So, nah, it's just too airy-fairy. I keep on saying this, and we're going to have to improve Cody in this department. Is that instead of telling me bullshit like it gave my knight a square, give me a full line with evaluation that proves that it's correct. If you don't have a line that proves or disproves it, then it's just airy-fairy nonsense that may or may not work, and you are not in control whether that move is sound or not. I like the attitude with which it's being played and the mindset of just fucking let's go and kill them. That type of chess on 1500 level is the ultimate way to play. But even there, you need to be able to distinguish between total dogshit throwing away material and promising attack. Yeah, isn't that the classic case of any gambit here? Fuck it, my pawns are in the way, let's throw them away. Let's throw them away. No, that's bullshit. Like, the knight is shit, the queen is shit. You can relocate, so you could have relocated the queen here, for starters. That would have been a handy thing to do. I agree that it feels like it's action time because it's hard to improve the pieces, but you can still do it. So that was very valid. Other than that, I tend to agree that it's hard to come up with anything spectacular. And also, here taking back on e5 was more obvious to my eyes and to David's apparently as well. But yeah, unfortunately you don't have enough here because there is just, you can't get here, so this is just hopeless, dead lost. So, yeah. Actually, there was one potential idea here in case knight h5, which was f5. This may keep you in the game, because now taking g3 is not possible. Yeah, but you are overvaluing this battery, my friend, because there's... If this knight was somewhere else, I would be like, yeah, let's focus on that. But as it is, you are trying to break them down on a very well protected spot. And also, the order of your pieces are wrong, so even if you manage to get this in, e.g. after the exchange sack, likely it's not gonna cut it. Thank you for the followers. I don't even like this position, and this is already one of your best case scenarios. And I don't like it at all. Right? Like take rook b8, bishop check, king h8, and I don't like it. Did I miss a raid or something? I got an influx of followers there. Thank you for the followers. Please make sure that you follow me on YouTube too by pressing the subscribe button. So yeah, thing is that this position is not as good for white as it looks. That's, I think, is a very good way to describe what's going on here. And consequently, if you overcook it, it's gonna bite you in the back. Oh, this is how the game went. Shit. Yeah, this code is a very, very good quality game, mate. Like, I wouldn't lose too much sleep on it. Mind you, how the queen vanished from the board is gonna be an interesting one. No one said that the French is bad. It's bad for certain rating groups, in my opinion. Pushing her. Oh, you mean the queen? Oh, pushing here. I would rather push her than here, but you know, that's personal preference. Yeah, I think objectively speaking, we must be a smidge worse here with white because you have no rooks to speak of, right? So here h5 g4 would have looked quite intimidating. But overall, the quality of this game is way above 1500. Way above. Way above 1500. Yeah, queen b4 would have been very handy because not only do you dodge the attack, but you're also counter-attacking on e7. Now, dude, I have very little criticism to say about this. In fact, my biggest beef with this game was the fact that you let your bishop go. This is my biggest beef with the whole game, this move here. The rest I can get behind. e5 was hasty and unnecessary, but that's, yeah, that's a reasonably complex fix. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking about c4 too. And then I was thinking about rerouting the knight, but we don't really have the time for it, I'm afraid. I did think about c4 to create a firm grip. Very good call, Jazz. How do you quantify that? Easy. Bishops are better than knights, period. If you ask the engine adds a value of about 3.8 to a bishop and 3 to a knight. Like, it's almost a full point better. That's how you quantify it. No, I actually thought about it right here. That was actually one of my alternative ideas. Exactly here. And then reroute the knight here. if I can. Which is a big if. No, not in any scenario, because if it was the case, then chess would be an easy game. No, when you set up the chessboard, when the pawn structure is still fluid. Well, Malok, it's a toughie. I do think that on that level it's still playable, though. I do think it's playable. Cody, the general take on how to evaluate bishops versus knights is that if the pawn structure is not fixed, 9.5 out of 10 times you do not give up bishops for knights. Period. There are exceptions to this rule as well, which is why chess is so beautifully complex and difficult to master, but that's your rule of thumb. That they go like, let me eat this dark square bishop, which, by the way, very clearly your better bishop out of the two, because it has got more scope. You go like, no, screw you, not happening. Thank you, 5card. Yeah, I was confused, 5card, about your question about those openings, because all of those openings are okay, except in my chess coaching philosophy, about 3/4 of them are not recommendable to players below 1500. No, Trompovsky, if you think about it, that yields you some kind of concessions. And by the way, the Trompovsky is not exactly something that people consider to be completely sound. So in a way, that's almost an anti-example too, because you look at the Trompovsky, that no one has ever played seriously above certain level. You take this and you can forget about any advantage for white. That's it. So, oh, thank you, Soctano. Thank you. Oh, I didn't mean to. No, I don't think so. Like, no one is too strong for this channel. I don't think. Respectfully. I don't even know what you're trying to get at with that, but I appreciate your humor. Yeah, rest assured, 5K draw, that you would not make top 50 of my highest rated viewers. Like, I hate to tell you this, 5K draw, but yeah, you would not even top 100 with frequent viewers. Even right now, there are about, out of the 47 people who watch me, I would say at least 10 is higher rated than you. And I don't mean to shit talk you, I'm just trying to paint you a picture of my general viewership. Wait, J-Shot sent me a massacre from in the Dragon, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, if you want to, you can send it across. Although I am expecting a few more submissions from some other sources too. No, at 1800 it's fine. That's when you start to become a decent enough player to understand the downsides and the concessions of the French, so that you can make up for it. That being said, there is very, very few people I would teach French to on that rating range. Wait, what color are we, J-Shot? Black or white? I forgot to check. I'm lazy. Oh, white. Why are you playing this? But why do you move the bishop at all, J-Shot? Why don't you just do this, and then castle or g4? There are so many ways. Hey, this is terrible. Like, don't do this. This is the worst of both worlds. Because you're still moving your bishop like you would in bishop c4, but onto a shit square. So this would be definitely something I wouldn't recommend you to do at all. Yeah, man. Yeah. If this is your alternative to learning theory, you are much better off playing bishop c4 without knowing shit. And I mean it wholeheartedly. Because what you are doing now is you are playing bad moves in order to avoid theory, and you are succeeding in that at the cost of ending being worse with white in like 10 moves in the dragon, which by the way means that you're getting killed. FYI, one of the best moves for black here is b5, by the way, which is absolutely beautiful. Mr. Nova is here. Mr. Nova wants to send me a game too. Oh, he has already sent me a game. Okay, so our opponent played knight g4. I would have been happy to receive that with white. That's the point of b5, by the way, that after bishop b5, knight g4. Shout out to Cody, by the way. The bishop gets hunted down again. Mr. Bombastic, Mr. Nova, Mr. Whoa, Bombastic, Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Nova. There you go. We made Mr. Nova Chess Guy feel very good now that I sang to him or for him. This is now very good though. This is very good. But I want you to know that you got here because of your opponent's incompetence. And you don't ever want to rely on that. Not on your level. Is there anything bad about h5 here, buddy? How is Northern Virginia shortened to Nova and not Novi? Mr. Nova Chess Guy, now you need to enlighten me. That makes no sense to my simplistic brain. Why is Virginia shortened to V? VA and not VI. Do I have to? By the way, this reminds me of one of my favorite comedy sketches. The Schulman, Gary, not Schulman, Gary Goldman, something like that. When he talks about how the American states got abbreviated. That is a masterpiece. If you have never watched that comedy skit, make sure you do that. The postal abbreviation. That's exactly what the comedy skit is about. You absolutely must watch it, especially American fellas. I will look it up for you now. That is one of the best shit I've ever seen. His delivery in that is just brilliant. Gary Goldman. So I was correct. Yeah, Gary Goldman. Gary Goldman, yeah. That's the link for any of you who would like to get educated. Anyway, back to the game. So, J-Shot, did you miss h5 here, or what was the story here? And by the way, shout out to Mr. Sushi. Sushi is short for I need to improve my spelling, by the way, but I'm still working out the abbreviation. What? We missed it. Okay, fair enough. Nah, things got shit though. You're welcome. Any day, brother. Why not queen a5? Okay, maybe queen c7 is actually better because of the c2 threat. Chat. Black's only move here. Absolutely fantastic defensive mechanism. Absolutely brilliant. If you find this, I'll send you a shout out. f6 is second best, Jazz. The same idea is gonna be played in with a different move. e6 is illegal. Good work. e5 illegal. Sushi is on fire. Got to love Sushi. 2 illegal moves back to back. Bishop b3. Ever so slightly hanging, my friend. I like the idea, but it's hanging a little bit. I think a b5, h5 is gonna kill us. Oh, f5 is suicide. No, h5 and black resigns. The idea of f6 is that h5 is met by g5, yeah? Let's get it clear. A Saturday Night Skit on Measurement System of the USA. Well, that's a comedy in itself, right? You don't need to write a comedy skit on that. Because the joke writes itself. When you're measuring shit in feet and miles and inches and all that absolute dog shit. Like, you don't need to write a comedy about that. Soctano, correct. Tikari, correct. Rook a5, so that you can play g5. And now rook c5, rook c8 is looking quite gnarly. Yeah, very sexy. Very sexy. But that is not going to be found on 22 handle level. What the fuck is that? Yep, very good. It's mate is what it is. Nice. Nice. Good job. Good job, Jay Shad. Well done. Well done. The crew is proud of you, brother. The crew is proud of you. Opponent went take me chess all the way and then resigned shortly after. Clean. Clean, buddy. Clean, but bad news incoming. You need to tidy up your shit against the dragon. This is not gonna cut it anymore. As annoying as it may sound. Not really. Malok, not really. Some of Dvoretsky's books are really good. I guess that that monstrosity of a chess book, Ramesh's masterpiece on calculation, does have some aspect to it. What did I think of the World Cup? Thoughts on candidates? I'm super excited. I think it was an absolutely delightful tournament. I love it when the top 0.1% of chess players get mixed with the category just beneath them, and we see that the difference between them is so little that they in fact should be mixed a lot more frequently. Also providing opportunity for the next wave of players to break in. No, I wouldn't want to improve that. I would want to improve your time management instead. %, improve your time management. All right, Nova, Mr. Nova. Yeah, the rating mismatch is brilliant. The knockout is not too bad. The knockout is also something that chess in general I think can benefit from. So yeah, I warmly welcome the tournament format for sure. And as far as the people who went through, I think deserved winners throughout. Like Wei played an absolute god of a tournament. Esipenko, holy shit, man! Like the mental fortitude that guy demonstrated. I mean, apart from Peter Heine, everyone has to acknowledge that kid absolutely 100% belongs there. And Sindarov, hello. And by the way, have you guys seen Nodirbek? Jesus Christ, the kid got knocked out of the candidates, and he absolutely massacred London. Like the king is actually considering to reestablish the kingdom outside of the United Kingdom and the islands. Like Nodirbek came so conquered and beyond. Holy shit! He won like 8 games out of 5. Like some insane performance. Anyway, on to Mr. Nova. How does Mr. Nova conquer? You missed the Royal Fork. Okay, so this is going to be a slightly lower level game than what we just saw then, I dare say, but that's alright. We're here to learn. Yeah, he was absolutely slaughtering the field. Wait, what? Hang on, since when are we playing d4, d5, Mr. Nova guy? Oh, because we are white. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I just provoked that so that the viewers would know the context. E3. Oh well, you know where I sit on this, but we'll let it slide. No, I did tell you to do this, by the way, so we're all good. Yep, very good, excellent. Opening 10 out of 10 so far. Ten out of 10 opening. I would have played e5 every day of the week and then some. What do you say to that, sir? What do we say about e5? Hello, Rivaldo. Yeah, I am a big fan of pushing the heck out of this pawn to e5. I probably also would have preferred to put the queen on e2, not to c2, but I will explain that later as we tag along. That is exactly why I wanted to put the queen on e2, because your pieces are the wrong way around for the battery. But we are completely winning already, so it shouldn't matter. Oh my god. Knight g8. Ay, 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 ay. What is happening here? You are good, Mr. Manchik. You are all G. I would have played e5 already in the last 5 moves on every single one of them. But I'm still cool. By the way, now I'm going to come to my point about the queen on c2. So you want these two to be reversed. Which is why I told you already here on move 9 that I would not have gone here but here. Yep, I got it. Yep, I'm all good with that. Yep. Hello. What? King h8. Doesn't e5 create weak squares? Yes, it does. It certainly does. So, for example, d6 is now very weak. I don't know what you mean, weak squares. Like where? d5 gets traded off anyway, right? And it allows you to go to e4. Speaking of weak squares, from which you can access d6, which is another weak square. So, yes, it does create a lot of weak squares in your opponent's camp, which is part of the reason why we want to play e5. It also kicks the developed knight, it gains space, it opens up diagonals towards your opponent's king. It kicks out the primary defender of the king. So, in summary, for giving up the d5 square, which is a mirage because that's how long it lasted, you get a lot of benefits. So, no, it doesn't. And you knew it. Now, like e5 here, Mr. Nova Chess Guy gets you d6. Right? It doesn't get them anything at all. Because d5 is kickable, and besides, irrelevant. And f5 is also kickable. Besides, knight f5 means that they can't castle. So, no. Once again, no. Pure gains, no losses. You want to come around here. You want to come around here. We need to go and kill. Like, we played here a lot of pretty moves, such as rook e1, rook d1. None of these really contributed to the attack. You could have played here queen e2, castles, e5, queen e4, mate. And this really would have put a lot of pressure on this guy. It's a super difficult setup to defend against. And obviously when they do defend it, there comes the second wave of the attack when you can play your pretty moves and bring in more attackers. But just to demonstrate, like, good luck stopping this without pooping on your own king, right? Like, g6 is forced. Now comes queen g4, knight d2, knight e4, knight f6, h4, h5, you name it. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the pretty moves we played because they won you the game in 19 moves. Except we forgot that there is this. Yeah, that was, let's go with not very pretty. Not very pretty. Because that knight was pinned to the rook at home, Shravi. Additionally, h4, h5 would always kill against the knight on g6. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but f4 is hanging, right? I mean, I don't dislike bishop g6. I'm just... Why is this not getting slaughtered? Yeah, I feel like this is where we are drifting off. Why am I trading this and not just kill this? I'm not a fan of trading into that, but okay. So question 2. Why are we not winning f4 now by playing c4 here? Like, they have got one good piece on the board, the knight on d5. So naturally you would be like, nope. That you are not allowed. Yep. Black to move and win, ladies. Black to move and win. Forced win. In fact, forced mate. Where is the forced mate, ladies? Courtney, the rating range is 11 hundo versus 13 hundo. If this hasn't been answered yet. Queen g5, mate, mate. Game over. There's absolutely zero chance, Mr. Nova Guy, that they play f3 and you don't respond to it in kind. And by in kind, I mean mostly g4. But this got a little bit awkward already, to be honest. In a way that I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, completely winning, but we need to be now precise. So the best line we have here is g4, queen g5, check here, and rook g3. These are not necessarily easy moves. But it's winning now, quite handily. Rook is falling, so it's over. Yeah, a simpler one would be rook check takes and takes. I agree with that notion. Although, no, actually, no, I don't, because now knight f4 is incoming. So actually, no, we can't quite do that. No, you have to play g4, unfortunately. I like to keep it simple. I like the fact that you went there too, but it's not doable. Ironically, gf is better than rook f. But if that's the case, I would rather go g4. Yeah. Can we take this with the rook? Or are we getting perpetual checked here? What's the call, ladies? Rook f3 winning or not winning for white? I think we may be able to walk it, right? Which is absolutely insanity. But this may be winning for white. Because no more checks. And we have got an extra tower to work with. What's the judgment, ladies? Thank you, Sushi. Yeah, this looked decent. Is Rook F2 worrying? No. Because it's mate. Thank you, Rivaldo. Oh, cheese man, too kind. Sorry guys, I just got a shit piece of news as always about my kitchen reno. It was actually yesterday, but in the United States it's still the 3rd, so it's still my birthday. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, let's go back. So I feel like, yeah, Rook F3 was a clean win, but when I say clean, I mean that was a hell of a job to calculate. The problem with this move is that it might give you a false sense of safety, but it's piss off, Dana. Big 5-0. Bro, do I really look that shit? Decades away from that. Decades. Well, the good news is that there was a queen sack to be had, but this one would have actually made sense. Because this has a purpose. Always on the attack, yeah? And perpetual check secures an easy draw. Since this is mate. We cannot call this purposeful because the only thing it does is that it elongates our suffering. Thank you guys for the generous donos. Thank you, Codes. 6K players between 2250 to 3350. You mean on where? Chess.com. FIDE. I thought it would be a lot more than that. Yeah, that was a very unfortunate ending, Mr. Nova Chess Guy, because even at the very final moment, when you played Queen F4, ever so slightly defeatist, you had a beautiful queen sack with purpose that would have saved you. Thank you, Courtney. Hey, Lauren. Howdy. Oh, no. Oh, mate. No. Like, we calculated this far, but didn't look at the 5 legal checks, of which 4 is hanging a rook. Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Well, what would it be if not perpetual? What? What else, sir? Like, how am I supposed to dodge the perpetual? There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And that would have been a worthy finish. Well, Mr. Nova Nova, what can I say? This. We can tidy up this opening as much as we like, but if we want to be perfectly honest, the opening play, you outplayed your opponent by about 800 rating points, I would say, based on what we see on what we've seen throughout the opening. You played chess, and they moved painted timber without purpose and meaning and concept and idea whatsoever. So as a result of that, we got to here, which looks like a master versus his very, very, very inept student. And then when it came to the pointy end, we failed to go in for a simplistic half move tactic. Thank you for the subski. So yeah, that was a heartbreaker, no less. Alright, let's have a look-see at this guy here. Oh, piss off, man. Like, you're not allowed to do that, Tindy! That is way too much dosh. Way too much dosh. You have way too kind, brother. Way too kind. Lauren, thank you. Thanks, Tindy. You are so, so, so generous. Happy 50th. Exactly. Piss off. But I can't be grumpy with you because you're so generous. Alright, so this is Mr. Menchik, our friend, against an IM. Who is your opponent, buddy, and what color are we? Maybe I should read the message, right? We are white against Gevorgian. Where was this played? Was it OTB or what is it? Classical OTB. Okay, let's have a look-see. David Georgian, 22:50 IM. Well, IM is already going down. I can't believe that you would play an opening like this in classical chess. I like c5. It's very aggressive. I don't know if I would have preferred to play a3 here. Castles. And then g3. And then take knight h4 ideas. I don't know. Maybe g3 is not best here.
I don't have much, but happy birthday, coach.
Doran! Thank you. You shouldn't have done that. Yeah, g3 is a typical operation to meet f5 with a timely knight h4, potentially take knight h4, but I don't like it here too much because we're very underdeveloped. If one of the bishops were out, this would be stock standard. In fact, even here the engine thinks that it's definitely a way to go, because if f4 then bishop d3 is a lot of fluff piling up. But yeah, black has some play here with e4, bishop e4, rook e8. There's a lot of diagonals and files getting opened up. So I'm not committed to this. The engine loves something that I've never seen in the King's Indian in my life, which is to meet bishop e3, f5 with rook d1 to facilitate bishop c1, which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That is great shit. That is great shit. Okay, so we went c5, which is superbly aggressive, and for that reason I love it. But here, maybe still a3, as cuckoo as it may sound, or even rook b1. Yeah, maybe rook b1. Take. Yeah, that's why rook b1 is better. And now the structure is just shite for black. Oh man, this would have been absolutely splendid. Yeah, I like it a lot. Because I feel like this is, the bishop takes is cashing in too soon. Like, you want to keep this as a response against them splitting the structure. So because if after rook b1 they go f5, yeah. This is definitely the question, right? Like, bishop g5, I suppose, is the human move here. And I'm quite happy with this. The inhuman move is this, which no one would ever find. I don't like bishop a6 followed by c6 because that kills every play for you. Like, all of a sudden I prefer black here because I have got f5 to play for, and I don't see what you are playing for with white. I don't like combining take on. Like, this is why you want to keep bishop a6 as a response to dc, because that is a structural concession that I'm happy to give up my bishop for. Right, let's have a look how it went. So we went take, g4. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of g4. I'm not a fan of g4, but I guess you were not a fan of this. Although objectively speaking, it's quite fine and playable, but yeah. Look, the thing is that these are all like a consequence of the previous move, of the previous move, of the previous move. So my overall conclusion is that I don't like this trade at all. And I would have tried everything in my power to not play it. To the degree where I would consider here even a3 with the idea of take and then b5 and then just sending it back there and then maybe knight d2, knight c4. And just play a positional pawn sack. But again, I think my favorite is definitely this. Like, this is where I feel justified in taking. Because this now is golden compared to when you took. And this is also golden because you have play. My problem with bishop a6 at the time you played it is that we don't have clear queenside play here. Your knight b5 has been cut out. None of these are easy to attack. And so I don't really feel that we have got easy play. And black's f5 is pending. So overall, for that reason, I dislike the trade. But let's move on. And here too, I just feel like it's all about black. By the way, they did have queen f6 here too, right? And then knight f4. But maybe it's not that big of a deal. Ay, ay, ay. a5. Thank you, Amadified Chess. Thank you, thank you. This is learning hardcore net. Giving up light squared bishop was a costly endeavor. Yeah, this part of the game makes me feel like we got lucky for not losing this. Yeah, f5 I think was ill-timed. Yeah, now it... yeah, this is like a seesaw. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, wow. This has already gone white winning, black winning, white winning, cray-cray. How is this? Mr. Menchik, have we looked at this? Because this to me is like, fuck, I'm itching to play this so badly. Give me a reason why I shouldn't. That's not playable. Queen c3 just wins on the spot. So I don't understand / follow that calculation at all. Castles, king g8, king h8, queen c3 is immediate resignation, right? So that is not on. But I don't think that castles is on either because of fe. Yeah, no, I don't think that this is it. I think it's e5. And just casual retake castles, and this looks like they are super dead. Oh la la, this would have been absolute golden, man. Well, you didn't play something similar because the whole idea was to keep this diagonal for your bishop, right? I mean, this looks winning too with queen b2 or c3, yeah. Yeah, look, you're still winning, but man, this would have been such a clean win. Like, I swear to God, there is no way that you wouldn't have beaten anyone from this position with white. It's just too much fun and too easy at the same time. Whereas here, the way you played, I think it requires you to still play very precise chess. I like scenarios where I don't have to be precise. Like c6, for example, screams to be best. And it's actually a serious mistake according to the engine. And the best apparently is castles, which is very not natural because it allows the rook in. But now apparently d6, c6, rook e1 and d5 is still falling. King h8, rook takes, and then easy W. But yeah, see, but that's my point. That now you needed precision, and somewhere you miscalculated. Because if you saw this, then you should have seen rook e1 also, which completely kills them. Because e5 is just falling. Yeah, that was very unfortunate, man. You missed a few decently easy wins. Yeah, so the downside of this is that you're going to enter the same endgame, right? After take and exchange sack, except the pawns are far worse compared to the line that we just looked at. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you could have forced the exact same shit with the pawn back here and the other one up here. So yes, you are winning, but this is a lot harder to convert. What? I didn't follow that. Instead of rook g7. Oh, rook g5 was winning. Yeah, because we went to the wrong king square, right? They should have gone here. Yeah, so you missed the tactic here with rook g5, right? And then take. But that was not on you, that was on them. Because if they had gone correctly, then we would have had the exact same. Oh, look. I think this is the easiest miss. Of all the misses we have seen, I would be more forgiving toward this. Because in your mind, before you sacked on, or before you took on e5, you already knew that the sack will be compulsory, right? Except that they didn't play the correct king move to force the sack. So it's a small detail that you might not pick up on because it's just like, yeah, the king stepped out of the pin, I have to take kind of thing. Yeah, momentary lapse. Unfortunate one. But the bigger question is that don't we have d6 here with pawn takes, rook takes, c7 winning the house? Hello, what? Am I high or is this good? Oh shit, I'm high. Oh. Oh, that would sting, man. Ah, yeah. Woo! I hope you didn't do it. Shit. What a line, man. Ah, yeah. Okay, it's quite ironic though that d6 is still the winning move. But after CD you have to go knight d7, which is insanely difficult to find. With the idea that after bishop takes, rook takes, they cannot counterpin because of rook d7 is a check. Oh la la, I mean this is a difficult line. Wow. Wow. And now we're even worse after bishop f7. Shit. D6 was on your radar and you didn't play it, but wasn't that a forced win? Like, hang on. If you saw that, why didn't you do it? It's a forced win. Yeah, take. Oh, I see what you mean. Take, 97, king here. Yeah, but rook takes here is over, no? Oh, okay, bishop g6 is still playable, so I'm being a bit dismissive here. Yeah, no, I agree. This is rough. This is rough. This is rough. Because here you still need to see a4, king d6, b5, and it just all feels so wonky. And yeah, nah, this is unfindable. This is unfindable. I don't blame you for any of this. Oh shit. Nah, no, not even. I wouldn't have found that in 20 minutes on the clock. Forget that. No, that's not a thing. Black to move and win. A5-5 exclamation marks. Fire up, man. And rook trade just loses this and the game is over. Yeah, this was some insane game, David. Absolutely bananas insane. And now we are winning. What the hell? Rook A7 wins? Ay, 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 ay. Thank you, Nazi. Yeah, I would say that David is definitely underrated. I can't exactly gauge by how much, but definitely underrated, yeah. Fucking hell, what a game, man. Wow. An absolute belter. And if I ask for a review, I think it's gonna be pretty gnarly. Have you checked the review, the score? Oh, it's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad. I thought it was gonna be very rough on you for the various misses that were completely unfindable. 84 each. 84 each. Yeah, this was an absolute banger of a game. Yeah, good question. Courtney's asking you, David, if you were exhausted after this whole slogfest, and I would say, yes, you would have been. Yeah, this was a wild one. This was a wild one. Oh, Cody sent me another one. Okay, I'm going to probably call it off after this one, guys. You played a 5-hour game after that. Holy shit. What happened in that one? I hope that you... Yeah, you won that. Ooh, G6 there is gonna be begging for F5. Drew and FM. So, surely you would have won a shit ton of rating in the tournament, no? Very good, Cody. Loving this. Okay, why are we taking this, Cody? Ah, shit, you lost 2 in a row after. Yeah, but hang on. What is your next move gonna be after takes? Your next move is Queen E1, innit? So why don't we go Queen E1 now? The rule of tension is that we don't release tension unless we benefit from it. There is no benefiting of you taking this. None whatsoever. So, don't do that. It's as simple as that. There's zero benefit for... In fact, what you are really opening up is their rook, right? So if you picture this, now after castles, the black rook is a defender. If you don't take on e6, like queen e1 castles and queen h4, the black rook is not a defender. So actually it's a royal cock-up in the attack. And you are telling yourself that it brings in this rook. No, it doesn't. Yeah, of course. It's déjà vu. Usually I need to tell people a concept somewhere between 20 to 50 times. And when I say it, I never thought that this would be the case until I coached for 2 decades. And I realized that this is the case. Usually it's 20 to 50 times per concept before it becomes an unquestionable positive habit. It's not because of you are stupid, it's because the game is hard. Oh man, that was mental. That was mental. Very good game too. No, I did enjoy it immensely. Yeah, you don't have an extra attacker, brother. They have an extra defender. So right now, if you hadn't taken, this would be a losing move because this is hanging for free. As is, one of their best move. Yeah? Just saying. It is because, Kamaroji, you probably don't have my chessable courses, right? Or do you? If you did, you wouldn't make these mistakes. If you do, you didn't study them well enough. Yeah, now we're just dying, yeah? Because the opponent is hunting pawns and we have no attack whatsoever. E5 was bad too, ironically, because it allowed this. But this is such a natural move to play. I can't really fault it, or I don't want to. A sexy move here would have been knight to e5. By the way. Knight e5 is a sexy one. Okay, so here this is looking real bad. Yeah, we're just dead here. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, this was brutal. Yeah, this was tough, man. Like, in a way, I'm glad you lost this game the way you did, because this is going to be a lifelong lesson that you are not playing f5 to take these bozos, but to increase tension and to generate more problems. You instead opted to resolve all your opponent's problems in one go. That's not what we do, brother. Yeah, it was. It was. But in a way, to me, the end of that game is already irrelevant. Because so many things happened that shouldn't have happened. Yes, it was a nice tactical, but yeah, this game was... Yeah. I really like here this 95 idea to split their pawns and go into this. Unfortunately, they will have a c4 counter-attack, which makes it less effective. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to play one blitz game to finish the day off. Hopefully we are going to finish on a win, because otherwise it will be a tilt fest. So let's see what we get. Mitkov. GM Mitkov has been quite active lately. I need to close all my other tabs. Let's see what we get out of this today. Oh, knight c6? The fuck is that? Really? That doesn't look like a healthy idea. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I thought he would at least try to get a bishop here, but not even. Maybe knight g4 shouldn't be allowed, but I feel like I will just take it f3 and c5, and I'm happy. b7 is also hanging. Maybe I should have played c5 already. Yeah, let's go anyway. Let's take that. Let's go here. If bishop d7, I may consider that. Now I feel like I want to be here. This somehow feels relevant. There is a bit of pressure on this pin. Let's bring the rook in. Queen a6 may have been a better choice there. That's irrelevant. Yeah, let's go in and knight b5, right? Maybe. So knight b5, bishop c8, queen a3, a6, cb is winning, yeah? Didn't expect that trade, but okay. Wait the fuck up, that can't be right. I'm quite tempted to go queen b7 here. Take c6. Looks brilliant, but maybe this is a bit shit. Yeah, let's just go home. Queen c8, man. I mean, take, rook b8. Bishop c5, rook takes, bishop takes. Fuck, that's a lot of pawns. That's, yeah, okay, let's keep it simple. Fogart takes. And if I take, then e4 hits the knight. If I take back with the knight, a2 drops, and then we lost all of our advantage. I fucked this up. Even now, take e4 looks good, because knight e4, rook c4 is a very unpleasant double attack on both of those dudes. Yeah, that was a mess up, but the opponent missed it, and now we remain a steady pawn up. Healthy pawn up. Bishop h6. Annoying as hell. Seems like I will have forever backrank issues in this game. And if rook e1, then bishop d2. Shit. Ay. Then check bishop d4. Fuck. Okay, why don't we go in? Bishop g4? That's why. I fucked this up, man. Ay. I was killing this guy. I was absolutely killing this guy. Ay. Maybe bishop d4, d6 takes, d7. Yeah, it looks legit, no? I was killing me, dude, and now here we are. Losing on the board, losing on time. Bishop b6, maybe? That was dumb too, I think. Oh, maybe f4, yeah, okay. Alright, that's now a fair few points. Oh, God, I just left that knight there. Shit. Oh, okay, now I blundered. Ay. Well, we have to finish on a win. Here comes the tilt fest, ladies. He had no right to win that game, by the way. No right to win that game whatsoever. Rook e1? What the fuck is rook e1? How can you play that? Shame on you, bro. Yeah, I should be shit talking the GM less and play good moves more. So hopefully bishop e3, knight g4 is playable. If not, we're up shit creek. I mean, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. We give up this. Go here. Something will happen. Okay, that's good. Maybe just here to tickle d3. Okay, but now I have castle, no? Like, how could I be worse here? Like, it's impossible. Okay, there is a legit idea. I want to tickle this pawn. Bishop h6 is on. Not anymore. Actually, it still might be. I don't feel like these moves are good at all. And yet here we are. Dude, what? H4. How is that a thing? Hello, Philae. Thing is, though, I can't necessarily prove it horrid. Fuck. The guy's yet to play a move that I could correctly guess. Let's start kicking things out, no? Maybe I have got a tactic on knight c4, knight e4. Maybe knight b3 was the plan. Yeah, looks that way. Knight h5, is that a move? Yeah, I reckon. Because queen h3, I have rook back and then e5 is a tactic. I miss knight c5, but luckily it takes, hangs both. I need to speed up. Is he gonna come in? Wait, f6? Ah, let's just pull back. Although now g4 is an ass. Ouch. Okay, that was dumb by me. That was dumb. Do I have e5 take and hope for the best? Fuck it, let's go. This is costing us a pawn. Oh. It's costing us an exchange and a pawn. So naturally, I'm excited. I'm trying to provoke d5, which probably is dumb. Guy's making a living out of flagging me. So annoying. I don't really know what to do against rook e1. I don't like this move. I don't think it's good. Oh shit. Shit. Far out. Like 2 out of 2. Killing the dude. Oh, that was a mouse slip. That was a mouse slip. No, I wasn't tilting there actually, because tilt is usually when you play shit, right? I wasn't playing shit there. I actually played well. I thought I was playing well. Like, all he does is he's playing mediocre moves very, very fast. Well, not even very fast. So if either I upped the chess a little bit or the speed, either of them would be plenty good to pull ahead. I can't believe it that he's willingly going into this endgame. It's unreal.
Andras, I have a cheeky London bashing you're gonna wanna see.
Oh, Runaway, thank you, man. I was going to call the stream off though, so I don't know. Now you put me in a very awkward spot. Fuck. Yeah, this whole thing was dumb as shit. So now it's the chess that is lacking. I'm happy to own that. This looks weird. Wait, can I take king e2 and then just up? Knight is a bit shit though, right? Oh, on that note, I could go here. Where do I want my knight? That's the problem I can't resolve. Okay, now rook d2 king if f2 would be a very handy resolving my problems. Ah! Whoa, that sounded like a raid, was it? Oh no, it's Runaway is throwing even more money in my face. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so this is physically unlosable, right? Or it should be. I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. This knight is really shit. So the idea behind this move is that after king f5, knight f2, I managed to cancel out all entries. And he needs to seriously watch out for knight here to win that. And this is how we're going to draw this. Unless king d6 is a move. I love the fact that he declined my draw offer. Like, okay, beat me, bro. I mean, we pulled that off on the back of a mouse slip. A pretty ugly one too. Runaway, have you sent me the game? Yes, you have. No, you haven't. Yeah, I have to win, right? Like, we absolutely must win a game of chess against this dude. That's our duty. Fuck it, let's go. Let's have some fun. The ultimate blitz move, h5. Can't believe I did that. How dumb is this? Probably very. So let's go. I'm very scared about this break. Oh, Bishop G1. Victor Santos, thank you. Okay, now we can go knight c6 without hanging this. Okay, I'm happy with that trade. I don't know if this is necessary, but I really want to bring this horse in. Ouch. So do we go here or here? No idea. Knowing my luck, I probably chose the wrong one. C3 incoming. Wow. As usual, we're down on the clock. But I do not mind the position. That would be brilliant if you did that, by the way. Thank God. Bring it, baby. Knight e2. Do we want to pin that? No, we don't, because it hangs this. Okay, let's go maybe here then and then here. I really want my king on f6. I just realized that this is potentially unpleasant. Because it hangs with check. Tough position. I don't know if we're doing well or not that well, actually. I really am unsure of this. Ha! Hello? Yes, baby! Finally, the birthday boy pulls the dub. The B-Day boy pulls the dub. Hopefully. Oh, come on, GM. Don't be one of these guys. It's embarrassing. Please. Please, don't do that. Thank you, Slippery. Thank you. F you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh! Jason Pierre Sweeney.
Jason P1 hashtag Jason P1 Martini.
This is the dude who casually sits at home, sips on a martini, smokes a cigar, gives zero fuck about life, and plays chess move. He should be everyone's role model, ladies and gentlemen. JPS, the legend himself. Good to have you back, brother. Long time no see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ravenously hungry and I really need to go. Rui Lopez, I owe you an analysis. I'm going to do that tomorrow. We are streaming tomorrow again. So I think this is a beautiful moment to call it a day. We won a chess game. Yeah, Rui, is that okay, buddy, if I do that tomorrow? It has to be because I need to go now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely going to call it a day and a night here. Whatever it is, happy birthday to me. It was a pleasure to have you on board. Runaway, I will see you tomorrow and you are going to get your anal. I hope that's all good by you. And now I am going to trade you off to Panky. Why not? Why not? Let's go and see what Panky's up to, guys. Take care. Love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for the kind donations, the wishes, all of the above. Love you all dearly. Calling it a day for now. Cheerio.